Pittsburgh is playing.
He said when I finally let him look at the TV. Oh, really? I said excitedly, pretending I know something about football.
Who do you like?
He asked, looking right at me. I like Messi. I replied because he was the only player I knew off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. So you're a soccer fan?
No, not really, I said, it feeling stupid for mixing up the two sports.
Okay, me neither. It's all about the NFL, baby. I'm a huge Steelers fan.
After a few minutes of watching the game, Joey jumped up and insisted that I try his aunt's cooking. Even though I was still full from dinner at my grandmother's, I sat at the table. I was waiting for him to heat me up a plate when his aunt walked through the front door. I greeted her with a smile, and she reciprocated. She was thick with dark skin and had short, curled hair. She sat down at the table next to me and started a casual conversation with Joey, who was still in the kitchen.
He must be in love with you, honey,
she said, staring right into my face. I didn't say anything back, but my facial expression must have conveyed my confusion. Without missing a beat, Joey came rushing out of the kitchen as if to silence her.
Why would you think that, Auntie?
He asked timidly and in a whisper. I watched him smiling at her, and his face revealed higher, deeper dimples that I had not noticed before then.
I've always seen girls waiting on you hand and foot, but I've never seen you cater to someone else.
She said it laughing, but was profoundly serious. If I did not know any better, I could have sworn that Joey's cheeks had turned pink, but he turned around so abruptly and walked back into the kitchen that I could not say for sure. Joey was at every one of my varsity basketball games. He would even show up to some of my practices when he could. Having him in the stands watching and supporting me meant so much. Joey was always so thoughtful. He would even bring me my favorite candy bar before a big game. It was like our own little tradition. Joey was not just my boyfriend, he was also my best friend. He cheered me up if we lost, and he cheered me on when we were winning. Having Joey as my corner man made me believe that life could not get any better. My senior year of high school blew by so fast. I decided not to attend prom because the school administration said that we could not bring an outside date. Instead, I decided to spend that evening with Joey at my house watching movies, eating popcorn, and being silly. Joey never left my side and made me feel like a princess at my graduation. A month after graduation, Joey took me to enroll at the local community college. The whole summer with Joey was like a daydream. Joey and I were inseparable. Joey would even sit at the nail salon with me while I got fill-ins and pedicures. It made all the other girls so jealous, which in turn made me feel amazing. One afternoon, Joey happened to stop by unexpectedly and without calling first, which was unusual. He asked me if I would go somewhere with him because it was important, but didn't say where. When we got in his car, Joey seemed different, and I was not sure why.
Do you have a jacket?
Joey asked before snapping his seatbelt. Yes, inside, I said, looking down at my tank top.
Okay, can you go in and get it, please? You're gonna need it. I want to go see my uncle, and I want you to come with me.
Your uncle?
Yes, my mom's brother. But I want you to keep an open mind, okay?
Of course, I said, jumping out of the car, excited to meet another member of his family. Joey drove as I watched the expression on his face morph into nervousness. I don't know why, but I could not stop staring at him once I started. He drove the speed limit the whole way. Joey was slow and steady, which is what I adored most about him. He was always so calm, at least on the outside. I had my jacket sitting on my lap because it was hot outside and just assumed his uncle's house must have been cold. Joey did not say much during the ride. We just listened to whatever was playing on the radio. Where does he live? I asked after I saw Joey turn onto the expressway.
Downtown,
was all he said. Joey parked in front of a large tan brick building. Must be some sort of condos, I thought as I got out of the car. We walked through a double glass door. Inside there was a large desk and uniformed police officers sitting behind it. The guard on the left appeared to be doing paperwork. I was very confused about why they would have armed security for these old rundown apartments.
Who are you here to see?
The right side officer asked without looking up.
Harvey Johns.
Identification.
Joey handed the guy his ID and started filling out the form he was handed. The pen he used was attached to the desk by a silver chain, and there were no chairs in the room beside the two behind the desk. I just stood there surveying the room as Joey finished. There were no photos on the wall or anything that made this place feel the least bit inviting.
I need to see her ID, too. Acceptable forms of identification include a valid picture ID issued by a federal, state, or local government agency and/or school identification.
The man said, nodding toward me. I opened my purse and pulled out my wallet to give him my driver's license. He took it and handed me a key. What's this for?
There are lockers behind you. Put your purse and all other personal affects in there.
Oh my God, this is a jail. The thought hit me hard, and I was feeling embarrassed that it took me so long to put two and two together. When the door opened, we were escorted to a small rectangular room. The room was warm. It had only little metal stools and a plexiglass window separating us from them. An exceptionally large man in an orange jumpsuit came out after a few minutes and sat down in front of us. There were not any corded phones like I saw in the movies. There was a small silver speaker, a little less than halfway up the window, and that was what you had to talk through.
Hey, Unc.
Little Joe. Hey, nephew. How have you been?
I'm good. How about you?
Well, I've been better.
He said, laughing and looking around.
I just wanted to come by and see you before you got transferred.
Yeah, they are sending me up the road.
His uncle winced.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
It's all good. I'm just ready to get out of county. Who's this?
Joey's uncle asked, looking in my direction.
This is Hailey, my girlfriend.
Joey said, putting his arm around me and smiling. Hello, nice to meet you, sir, I said.
She's very pretty, little Joe. You did good.
Joey and his uncle chatted for a bit as I just sat and listened. His uncle was in a surprisingly good mood for someone that had spent the last year behind bars. Before we left, I stopped to get my purse. The officer gave us back our IDs in exchange for the locker key. When we got outside, I peeled off my jacket and realized how much I enjoyed the bright sunlight and smell of fresh air. It truly was an eye-opening experience. I never understood all the petty things I took for granted before that visit. Where will he go? I asked Joey, concerned for the man I'd just met.
Prison. He got sentenced last week after being in county for a year.
What did he do? I asked, scared of what I might hear.
Nothing. Wrong place, wrong time. My uncle was out one night at a club having drinks with some friends. One of the guys he was with got into a fight with another dude and then shot him.
But he didn't do anything wrong? Why is he locked up?
My uncle has a record from a long time ago. Petty theft, drug charges. That's all they needed.
I'm so sorry, Joey, I said, grabbing his hand.
If you want to break up with me, I'll understand.
What? Are you insane? I asked, letting go of his hand.
Hailey, I work in a warehouse and have family members in jail. Is this really what you want?
First of all, I don't care if you have an uncle in jail or how much you make an hour. Everyone has a family member that they aren't proud of. It's life.
So, you don't want to stop seeing me?
He asked, lifting his eyebrows. Nah, you're stuck with me home, Skillet.